In 100 feet, make a left turn for Nosey Bitches.
It's Bob and Jenna. We're nosy bitches. It's Bob and Jenna. Come take a listen. It's Bob and Jenna, the nosy bitches.
Welcome
What up, bitches?
back. What up, bitches?
What? Take two for the nosy bitches today.
If you know,
I'm
if
Bob
you know
and Jenna.
You're Bob and Jenna?
I am Bob and Jenna today, clearly.
God, if you know, you know.
Like,
take two.
I'm Patricia. No, I'm
That
Jenna.
wasn't me. That wasn't Patricia.
Oh, goodness.
Oh,
So,
drinking
no,
out of your hydro flask.
Drinking out of my hydro flask. We'll get to that in a second. But first, nothing new this week. I didn't buy another round of 96,000 boxes of Girl Scout cookies.
You know, I was thinking, I was like, I need like an update. When you get your cookies, I want to know when they're in. And I want to know, like, how long did it take you to get through a box? And then I want to know how long it took you to get through all the boxes.
Do you think the Girl Scouts of America will sponsor me for buying $86 worth of cookies?
No, like, but will they sponsor me for me being on their pamphlet as a child to pass out to people?
Shit. How many you passed out pamphlets with your face on it?
Yeah, I'm on like my Girl Scout troop leader's back, like piggyback ride. I'm carrying this company on my back.
Listen, Girl Scouts, she needs money.
I need compensation.
Pay her compensation
in the form of Girl Scout cookies,
or 5 cents a copy. Royalties, people, royalties.
You ever heard of it?
Come on. It's not hard to pay Jenna 5 cents a copy.
I'm going to send it to Daryl. That's what Lala Kent says. Send it to Daryl.
Who's that?
From Vanderpump.
Okay.
When all that was going down, she was like, send it to Daryl. So now she makes clothes, of course, that say send it to Daryl.
No, that's her catchphrase.
Now it is, yeah.
Stickers, shirts.
Yeah, she was on the after show with Andy, and someone said, who is that guy that's the loud Italian guy, or not loud New Yorker guy, actor. He's in Silver Linings Playbook, I think. The only reason I'm saying this is because he was on there with her, and he said something like, I'll get a real lawyer. And she's like, Daryl is a real attorney.
Okay, Daryl.
I love him on there. He's so funny. He's so into it.
Oh.
What's his name?
We'll get to Vanderpump Rules in a little bit, I guess. We can discuss Daryl some more. But speaking of news in the world today, what about Stanley? Stanley Cups always seem to make a way into the nosy bitches, Twitter, the world.
Compensation.
Stanley Cups, sponsor us.
Actually, I don't know if I want
Not sponsored by Stanley Cup.
I don't know if we want to be sponsored by them, considering while they're in the news. Tested positive for lead. They're made in Bonne Terre, Missouri.
But first up, anybody who doesn't know, Bonne Terre has
lead mines.
Chat dumps. And
chat dumps.
That's where they
climb to go freaking set off fireworks,
sledding,
ride their bikes and stuff.
That's where the Stanley Cups were manufactured, Bonne Terre, Missouri. You heard it here first, folks.
We're bringing you the tea and our Stanley.
But I'd rather drink out of my hydro flask,
That's who we need to be sponsored by.
Sponsor us, Hydro Flask, because we're gonna promote you. We like how you are flaming Stanley on Twitter, saying at least our products don't have lead in them. Come on. I've had multiple Stanley Cups and never had lead poisoning. Oh, multiple Hydro Flasks. I don't have any Stanley Cups. That was a
retract.
I've had multiple Hydro Flasks and never had any lead poisoning. Until I pass out dead and die now.
It was the lead.
It's like, Have you seen the new TikTok trend where it's like all the Dr. Pepper I drank the last 20 years has finally caught up to me, and then they die?
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen from all the lead drinking I'm drinking.
Well, put the Stanleys down, people. Put them down. That's our PSA for today.
Put them down. Put them down. Support Hydro Flask because they support us. Not yet, but they will.
It doesn't seem like Stanley's very apologetic. They're not answering for their wrongdoings. It's because
I have not seen anything.
This company, and it's crazy because this company started off like, hey, it used to be something like quality, but because girls want to be cool,
TikTok does it.
They make crappy products, and people buy them still.
Oh, here we go. First thing that pops up when I Google Stanley Cup manufacturer. Lead is used as part of the tumbler's vacuum insulation and is covered by a stainless steel layer.
Then why is it?
They said it right here.
It's not covered, like, good enough.
Stanley Cup. You already... hey, at least they're getting ahead of it. Good PR. Good PR saying we use lead in our products.
Good PR. Thanks for admitting to poisoning us. There's going to be a lot. You know what? We do need to buy some cups and get in on that lawsuit.
Oh, for sure. But you know, in like 5 to 10 years, if you or anybody you know has been affected by mesothelioma, contact this number.
Stanley Cup lead.
That's the lawsuit I need to be in.
And then, like, them being unapologetic is just like Justin Timberlake being unapologetic.
Oh, what? JT.
I'm sorry. Like,
I support him.
I don't.
I just bought tickets this week for his concert.
And I used to love him.
Oh.
On the last episode, I'm pretty sure, like, I said he's, like, my first, like, childhood crush.
Yeah.
Blonde, ramen noodle hair and all. And now it's just like, you're not sorry about making Brittany get an abortion. You're not sorry about pulling Janet's shirt down.
Nipplegate.
Yeah. So it's just like...
But, you know...
And then I watched what's Just Friends? Friends with Benefits.
Friends with Benefits with
I'm just like, I used to watch that movie so much, and I was watching it this past like week, and I'm like, ew, he's such a nerd.
Was it cringe?
Yeah, it was cringe. I'm like, why did I watch this so much?
What about he was also in Bad Teacher, and he was like the nerdy hot teacher, and like Cameron Diaz was like after him, and like the suck up teacher was after him as well. I'm like, JT. But you know what? Somebody can only be canceled for so long before they fight back.
Or like get talked shit on so much before they're like, all right, F y'all.
I mean, when was Nipplegate? Like 2002?
I gotta look it up. We're both like Google. And I found out that actor, it's Michael Rappaport.
Love him.
Yes, he's the one who's
he is.
He's on the show with Andy after the show airs.
Love him. He's always on Twitter flaming Donald Trump.
I'm trying to think. What do they call it? 411 with Andy Cohen.
It happened in 2004. So it's been 20 years since Nipplegate. Yeah, so let's move on from Nipplegate.
Let's move on from it, but don't say you're not
sorry. Free the nipple, people.
Watch What Happens Live. I couldn't think of the name.
Watch What Happens Live.
He's on there all the time. I love this guy. He watches.
He's so funny.
He watches these shows. He watches like Housewives, Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah,
like, he watches.
I love him on Twitter.
He's so funny. He's just so real.
But move on, people. Let Justin be Justin. Leave Brittany alone.
Leave Justin alone.
Do you remember that video?
Yeah, Chris Crocker, and he made a comeback there for a minute
because Brittany dissed him, and he's like, "I hate Brittany."
You gotta take what Brittany says with a grain of salt, y'all.
Well, yeah, cray. Is this now a Britney Spears stan podcast? We move on from one crazy to another.
Yeah, I've always been her stan. I love her, crazy and all.
No.
For her.
Speaking of other crazy, the one crazy talk show host that I always laughed at, Wendy Williams. Nothing funnier.
She's so nuts. Like, I just will
She
never
has no
forget.
filter.
I will never forget when she's just like, and she
When she
like
passed out. Are we terrible people for laughing? Wow, we're going to Hades.
18 double hockey sticks. She's broke
But
as a
Wendy
joke.
Williams is broke as a joke. She needs a
Mm.
GoFundMe.
When they, you know what, I gotta pull up her picture that they showed of her because it was horrible. Wendy Williams.
She looks rough.
Like,
Time off.
she
Spotlight
looks
has
like a
not done her
skull.
well.
She looks like a skeleton.
Her face is sunken in, and
No makeup.
but she's doing
Wendy
a 2-part
Williams lets us talk
documentary.
about her. There she is. Oh my gosh. She's so scary. Oh, where am I?
I think I saw a ghost.
She's scary. She always used to freak me out.
Oh,
But
Wendy.
no one was off limits with her, and that's kind of how we are. We'll talk about anybody.
Especially if you were famous and now you broke.
You're broke. But
But
still,
I guess
still famous.
the documentary she's gonna put out will probably get her some money.
Oh yeah, that's why she's doing it. She's like, I got to do something.
Like 20 years from now, when we're has-beens, we'll have a documentary in like TLC or a Lifetime going down memory lane.
Hopefully not Lifetime. God.
MTV? No, MTV probably won't be a thing in 20 years either.
Yeah, it will.
On whatever channel. But let's not be has-beens in 20 years.
No, we still want to be relevant. And I've been on I've been watching Catfish. Like old
Fromel was always my favorite.
From old episodes, and I was just dying.
Yes.
It's when Denise. Do you remember the episode where werewolf or whatever Mother Wolf? She called herself Mother Wolf, and she'd been talking to this guy for 20 years.
Shut up.
Yeah, and finally meets him. The guy comes out and I'm like, dude, he's got a wig on. He's creepy. And I'm like, I don't remember this episode. And it's a lady with a wig trying to look like a man. She talks like a dude. And then she goes, and she's talking like a man. And then she's like, and I'm Denise. And I'm like, that's not
you mean Patricia?
That's Patricia. I was like, something ain't right here.
You know what? The first few seasons of Catfish were like, that was groundbreaking stuff, because like this was stuff we knew people like lying about who they were, but like being captured on TV, like
because like they
this
didn't
is
know
stuff we'd never seen before. But then, right,
and then it turned in. There was the episode where they used catfish to meet. They knew each other were like real, like
right.
They
were using catfish.
Yeah,
I remember that one. Neve was pissed.
But then, yeah, and then, but like back to Mother Wolf and Denise and David, and they ended up. She's like, Denise is not into women. David is, and I'm like, you're messed up. Something's not right. Mother Wolf still. I can't believe I'm calling her that. Mother Wolf still wanted to be with him.
Really?
So she like accepted him going back to like talking like as David, but then Denise was just like, it was too hard to watch her walk out the door. So now she's like, well, he's gonna live in like he said he's gonna live in his truth as David. So, but I'm just like, this is all messed up, Denise.
I do remember there was one episode where they were who they said they were, and they got married, and I'm like, this episode needs scrap, because this show is all about like people like Mother Wolf, aka Denise, and but now, like, how is catfish still a thing? How are people getting away with catfishing people when this show's been on for so long?
It doesn't. It's all fake.
It's all fake now, because it's like, oh, they're always like, this season's like never before. And I'm like, okay, it's still the same thing. It's my cousin's brother's uncle's mother's son catfishing me.
It's my cousin
saying they're Justin Timberlake.
It's my cousin who got pissed at me for not playing Barbies with her, so she took it out on me by pretending to be my lover.
Katy Perry or something. Like,
oh, yeah.
The people who think they fall in love with celebrities, I'm like, you are out of your gosh darn mind.
You're stupid.
You really think Katy Perry's gonna date some random dude from Indiana?
Good Lord. I mean, she did date Russell Brand, so.
She did. She didn't just date. She was in
married.
love with that man.
She married him.
No.
That was nuts.
I tell you what, wild times.
Wild times for celebrity relationships, like Taylor and Travis.
We love her. We love you. Speaking of Travis, Chiefs going to the Super Bowl again. And will Taylor make it there, or will she not?
I hope she doesn't, because I'm a hater.
She is a hater. And you know what? People who listen love you for being a Taylor hater. I have people at work who are like, I really like Jenna because she's a Taylor hater.
I can't stand it. I'm like, they're gonna not be together. Like, let's be real. They're gonna break up.
It's real love.
It's not.
If you didn't last Sunday after they won, they were it was insane. Like when they embraced each other, you could tell it was real. Yeah, that's what happened after.
Yeah, it was fake. I'm sorry. Like, he used to be so attractive to me, but then when he started dating her, I'm like, no.
You know, all
You're
I hear
dating
is
someone from Little
racist.
House on the Prairie. I can't. Like, I want you to like get your hair highlighted, Taylor, because you look a mess.
I don't think that, Taylor. I don't think that. I love you.
And I'm not gonna pretend like if I got famous, I would not. My kids are not going to a Taylor Swift concert. I'm not trying to get her to perform at their birthday party. I don't give two shits.
Okay. I see how it is. I don't
want to hear it.
I think she'll be there.
I think I like this little life.
We're not going to start that trend. I don't get it. I just don't understand it. Just like I don't understand how we determine if spring's going to be here or winter's going to stay based off a freaking groundhog.
First off, I think it's just the funnest holiday. I love it. I want to go to Gobble Knob, Pennsylvania. Is that where? I think it's Pennsylvania.
And go see Pennsatucky or whatever his name is.
Pennsatucky, that's where just the new
Same damn thing.
That's Pennsatucky. No, it's not.
She's insane. We'll have to talk about her later. Ooh.
I want to go to Gobble Knob. I think it's Gobble Knob.
Don't they dress up like pilgrims and pull out the groundhog by the neck or something?
Pull him up by his neck. It's Gobbler's Knob.
They're like, let me grab you by the thick of your neck.
When I was reading, or whenever I was reading a book to my kids this past week, what in the world? Gobbler, I think it's Gobbler's Knob, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So, one, that sounds weird to me, right?
Yeah, it does.
Then you have Punxsutawney Phil. Then because like there's only a few of us that like use this. He's only right 39% of the time.
Okay.
And in Canada, it's Willie Wyerton. But
that's
then when Willie Wyerton died or something, because he was 120 years old or some crap, now they had a Wee Willie. I'm like, this is all sounding perverted to me. Gobbler's Knob, Wee Willie. Like,
I would like to have a moment of silence though for Willie. The fact that we celebrate a groundhog once a year to determine the weather is just beyond me. Like, I used to be so into it. Be like, when I was a kid, I'd be like, he didn't see a shadow. All right, cool. I can start wearing.
Oh, it's Wyerton Willie. Wyerton Willie.
I was like, I can start wearing my pants that like zip off as shorts at the knee.
You know, there was a kid. There was a kid who had those on the other day. I was like, oh, history's repeating itself again.
What up, 2000?
Like, it was the 90s there for a minute. Now we're getting to the 2000s.
Oh, you know what? Cargo pants are back. Let's bring back the zipper pants. Oh.
God. But yeah,
Good time.
it was fun. Like I was doing like little activities with my kids, and it was just like fun. And
Yeah.
they're just like, they're looking at me like, this is so insane. I'm like, guys, I know it's a little weird, but it is fun. Like, it's fun to
Is it
like
though?
celebrate little stuff. Yeah.
It's just another made up holiday like Arbor Day, Flag Day. Do y'all celebrate Flag Day?
Well, that's June 14th, so no.
Oh, the fact that you know that it's
'Cause
your second favorite holiday.
it is. Look, I'm just gonna confirm with everyone. June 14th.
Flag Day, June 14th.
I know
A
that because
week after my birth.
I taught it to my kids back in first grade. That was a standard.
Oh. Oh.
I know a lot of
Okay.
things.
No. A lot of useless things, but it is what it is.
It's not useless because it's coming in handy on this podcast today.
Yes, it is.
So
Oh,
you're welcome.
you know what I didn't do any research on this week, like we
What?
are supposed to? Gypsy Rose, brotherfucker.
People, did I already say like they're comparing them to like the Family Guy characters?
Are they really Meg, like Meg and Chris?
Yeah, I think.
Oh.
Or the dad.
Peter and Lois?
Yeah.
Oh, what drives me like up the wall? There's this guy on TikTok, and it's him and his mom, and he's like hiding, and then he'll pop up and be like, "You can't bring me down. I'm on a high right now." And she's like, "Shut the fuck up. I hate you."
He made it her ringtone this week.
Yes, that was the absolute best.
I need to do that too.
She's like,
Yeah.
"Where's my phone?"
I need to do that to Antonio. He's asleep and I call him and you can't bring me down.
Oh, greatness. Let's see. Is Gypsy Rose married to her brother? Oh. It says, without a doubt, yes.
What is this, an 8-ball?
The magic 8-ball says, Zoltar says, your future shows she is fucking her brother. Oh, Zoltar. Oh. This, folks, will be the last of the Gypsy Rose topic. Unless something major happens again, we no longer will be a Gypsy Rose fan page. She's getting too much publicity. She's getting too much from us.
Yeah. Who knows how much she's making off our podcast with a few views.
She's probably making so much money off nosy bitches.
We should have her on here.
Oh, okay. We'll have our people reach out to her people.
Yeah. We'll get right on that. Gypsy has to be free, though.
If any of you people out there want to be our people, let us know.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm crying. It's almost one of those laughs where like the more I try to stop, the worse
you
it
keep
gets.
on.
Oh, yes. Oh, goodness. Oh, right.
So how was Argyle?
Oh my god. It was good until it wasn't good.
You know that they say that they think Taylor Swift wrote that.
Correct. I saw that rumors a lot. So anybody who hasn't seen the previews for Argyle, it's about a woman who writes books, and she's supposedly writing the future for like spy agencies. So what she writes in her book comes true in like spy organizations. Well, spoiler alert, if you want to see the movie, turn it off now. But she was a spy the whole fucking time with amnesia, who was brainwashed by Moira Rose from Schitt's Creek. Moira Rose, who was pretending to be her mom.
Moira
was actually a Russian spy who was brainwashing her. And so it was good up until the part where there was a dance number in Colored Smoke where they were doing all sorts of weird shit. And then she was ice skating on oil. And I'm like, this movie... But to make things worse, I have the worst luck at movie theaters when it comes to people talking.
I have
The last thing they say to you before the screen goes black is no talking, no texting, no posting. Let the people enjoy the movie.
Antonio says
Never have that.
worst luck going places like where people annoy.
Yes. Every freaking movie, I sit next to somebody who speaks, and Robert never hears it. And it's probably because he has parent ears, which you'll have soon enough where you'll be able to tune stuff out. But let me tell you, there were 3 teenagers sitting next to me, and they didn't even sit there. So 10 minutes into the movie, this older couple was sitting next to me, got up and left, never came back.
Because the movie sucked?
But the movie wasn't bad 10 minutes in.
Because
so
it was
maybe they
written
just
by Taylor Swift?
Maybe they were just in the wrong theater. But so this girl sitting next to the old couple started talking to her friends a row above us, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. And so they came down.
Did you say that?
I did not, because I don't want to like add to the problem, like.
See, I'll be like huffy. I'll be like.
So they moved down. The girl started talking. The guy was like, shh, shh, shh. But he would talk with him as well. And so the part where she was skating on the oil,
was it supposed to appear as like real ice skating?
So apparently in the movie, she was a really good ice skater, and she got amnesia because of an accident. She got in an accident because of ice skating or whatever. And so she put freaking knives on the bottom of her boots, and it was literally concrete floor covered in oil. That was it.
That reminds me of we will get right back to Argyle. There was like a video this week of like Michelle Trachtenberg when she was in that Disney Ice Princess movie, and how she was like not ice skating, she was just like rolling.
She was spinning, yes.
Like, yeah, spinning around the floor.
You know what?
It was
I'm
so
not
bad.
ashamed to admit I like that movie, and I cried during that movie.
You would have cried.
You know what we should do? We should start a tally. Like there'll be a pop-up on the screen.
Bob
cry over a movie? Tally that movie. So anyways, during the ice skating scene, the girl in the middle of the group was like, no, and I get up, lean over, and give her the biggest death stare of my life. And she doesn't see it because she's so engulfed into the movie, but her guy friend sees it and like shits his pants, scared to death. Because he sees me, goes like this, leans back, and she starts talking again, and he goes, shh, shh.
We're gonna get beat up by the old guy over here.
Right, like I'm the old millennial that they're gonna start talking. They're probably talking about me on TikTok right now, but I'm just like, what the hell? Like, you're yelling, and no one else is noticing that you're yelling no in the movie theater? Like, Robert was like, is she on her phone? I'm like, no, she's just a stupid bitch who won't shut the fuck up.
Oh God, this reminds me of my cousin and I back when, like 2012, circa 2012, when This Is the End came out, maybe 2013, I don't know.
Terrible movie.
Well, we got up and left because it was so bad, but also because the people sitting next to us brought their leftovers from 54th Street or somewhere where they had corn on the cob,
my God.
And they were freaking eating their corn on the cob in the middle of the movie.
Shut up.
What is happening? And this is what I'm talking about. The stupidest stuff happens to me when I'm like out and about. This is why I don't like to go anywhere.
Anybody who knows Bob and Jenna knows we love movies. We used to go, when we lived in St. Louis together, we went to the movies every Friday. And I'm just like, how is it that I still have the worst luck? I was like, okay, cool. It's old people. They're not going to talk. And then they get up and leave 10 minutes in.
You thought wrong.
Oh, my God. The worst was when I went to see
You need
Spider-Man.
to go, you know what? You're going to have to start going to the matinees.
Right.
Like the early movies.
We have started going on Sunday at like afternoons when no one's at the movies, which is great. But it's just like, what does a person have to do? I'm like, next time I go in, I'm like, yo, AMC, do you have a number I can text when like people are being disruptive? Because
like, where are the guards? Okay.
Like, I remember back in the day, like movie attendant workers would walk up and down the aisles with flashlights, and like if you were talking, they would shine it on you.
Out.
Yes. Now people are too soft.
Yep. They don't care. People don't care.
They don't care. No. I came back from the bathroom before the movie started. I'm like, yo, the urinal's flooding. They're like, okay, cool. And just kept doing their job. And I'm like, people just don't care. I'm like, my foot is wet because the urinal's splashing up.
You know what? We have to start being soft like these people and like sue when we're inconvenienced.
Yes.
There's piss on my foot.
Love
I'm
it.
suing.
You know what? Instead of peeing in people's bathrooms in revenge, I'm going to sue for having piss on my foot.
There we go. Turn it around.
You saw beef? This is Bob.
This is Bob's beef with all these companies.
Bob's Burgers? You know Bob's beef.
We should have called our podcast beef because we have beef with people that we need to attend to.
Oh my goodness. Oh, speaking of beef, I know your favorite show came back this week, and I know there's a lot of beef going on right now.
There is Vanderpump Rules. If you know me, I was so excited. And like, while I've been excited, I will say, like, the filming is like top notch. Like, it seems like they really up the ante and like up the budget for the filming, and it's like really nice. So it's just like, okay, Hollywood. But it was like a catch up episode. Like, okay, here's what's going on. This is what has happened. Tom cheated on Ariana, and now here is where like the chips have fallen since. So then I think the biggest thing for me out of that episode was Lala Kent freaking texting Raquel, the like bad friend that cheated with Tom, texted Raquel like, I don't want her to be like hated for the rest of her life because of this. So she like
fuck that shit. You cheated.
She texted her. So then like she broke the news to Ariana, and Ariana's like, what? And now later on in the season, they've already showed like a preview of like, I don't like Lala's like, I don't know. Like Ariana gets cheated on and then suddenly turns into God. So I think it's going to be a pretty good season. Katie finally got a nice haircut. Before you would think
That's
she was
always
like,
important.
what?
Good haircuts are always necessary.
Well, she's had shitty hair for a minute. So yeah, it's important. She was looking like she didn't have it in the budget for her hair to be done, so here we are. Her hair's looking
I know that show's making enough money now that they can have good haircuts.
That, and then Ariana and Tom still live together, and
even though he cheated on her.
He's wanting to buy her out of her half of the house. She's refusing. She has a whole new man and everything. I'm like, honey, sell your half and go. Like, why do you want to be in that house where you were cheated on anyway?
Did he cheat on her in that house with the friend?
Yeah.
Did they ever show it on TV?
No, like they showed, like there was an episode where like she had spent the night after that he had a party while Ariana was gone, but like that wasn't out of the norm because like that's her friend. Like she didn't like, it was like she was
right.
Like she was, it's like they always had parties and she like stayed the night there, so it wasn't like, you know, she trusted her friend not to sleep with her man. But
my question is, did production know this whole time?
They had to have, yeah.
Like, are they not gonna? You know,
then,
production.
Like, then, like, you get mad at production because you're just like, you're letting this happen to me.
Right, you're supposed to be like, you know, these people for years. You're supposed to be friends with them, like off camera. But you're not gonna let them know, hey, yo, your dude's banging your best friend.
Right.
Did him dirty.
It's dirty. Dirty bitches.
I'm gonna have to get into it.
You have to.
I'll have to start from the beginning, though.
You can. You can also start from now. Or last season.
Or the season before. As long as Daryl's there, I'm in.
Send it to Daryl. Oh, man.
Oh.
So that was the premiere of that. Last time we didn't talk about the finale of The Trust. Like, that show.
What a disappointment.
Like, that show had so much promise. And, like,
yes.
It's really, like, an amazing, like, concept.
The concept is amazing.
I was just really, I'm, like, pissed.
Here's my problem with the show.
Like, that Jake guy, what isn't that his name, Jake? Like,
yeah.
Clearer Than Thou. He would have been gone way before he ever got
right after Joel's.
Like, why did he get to stay? Ugh, puke. And then I hate Julie, so it doesn't help that they're dating.
Do we know if they're together in real life?
They had pictures together shortly after the finale, so.
Okay. My biggest issue is Brian, the man who lives in Delulu land, where everyone in the
Yeah.
world is good.
Yeah.
And listen, if I'm in that finale, I'm cutting somebody and not telling anybody.
I'm cutting someone and I'm getting more money. That's
Listen,
the whole point.
You guys have known each other for
It's
a
the
month.
game of greed.
You're not family.
The game of greed.
My biggest pet peeve is when people have known each other less than a month and they say they're family. Like, no, my family lives in Bonne Missouri. Like,
Mine too.
I don't know you from Adam.
That's how I feel, because I'm just like, you, that's what, it's literally, and I would literally say that, it's the game of greed. Like, hello?
Right.
I got you
If I make
that I
friends,
wasn't gonna take
cool.
no more money, but I did.
Right.
Like Tulu, she took that 25,000,
As she should.
and then she should have cut freaking Jake for being an asshole the whole time, and then boom,
Right.
she got 25,000 and more money.
Right. You know what would have made it even better? Like, they should have made the finale where, like, anybody whose name gets mentioned at the voting ceremony gets cut. So they should have been able to cut more than one person. That would have made it a good finale.
Oh yeah.
Because
Like,
they already didn't trust Julie.
What if they all voted someone out? Like, all of them voted someone out, like someone different.
Right.
Ugh.
Well, there were a handful who weren't going to vote. So, but I tell you what.
But it's such a good. I'm like, I'm ready for another season, and I hope there's more cutthroat players.
I would agree.
That's what
more
we
cutthroat people who are willing to make big moves. That's what makes good reality TV game shows. Big moves.
That's what has made me like obsessed with The Traitors. It's such a freaking good show. If you're not watching The Traitors, you need to be.
Watch it.
I hate that I have to wait every week. So now I went back and I'm watching season 1 because I didn't watch season 1. Just because like I was busy when it first came out, I'm pretty sure. So I just like never like tuned in. But now I'm watching it and it's just such a good show. And then like I feel like an even better concept. Like I just love it. Now,
yes.
It's randos in the first season, right? There's like a few.
Yeah, it's half and half.
Okay, I like that. I kind of like it because we don't really know them, but I also like knowing them all. Like I also like having an idea of who these people are
and knowing what they're capable of. Like,
yeah,
Parvati's gonna, if her back's against the wall, she's gonna be able to.
But I am tired of that bitch that I hate, Kate, calling her poverty. Like, are you stupid?
Kate from Below Deck is so fucking funny. Though.
I hate her.
I know you hate her. You're not a stan.
And like you and me, we usually agree on like people. I hate her.
Yeah.
I don't like her. She's so annoying. She's like a toddler who like just continuously like whines and cries and bitches and moans. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. I think I just found it so funny in season 1 when she would, because they were so gung ho that she was a traitor the whole time, but they never would get rid of her. And so if you're not going to take me to the end, and I know I'm going to get cut, why would I let you guys take money? Like, let me fucking sabotage.
Antonio.
Yeah.
Antonio and I are on opposite sides. He likes the faithfuls, and of course, I like the traitors.
Yeah, no. If I'm going to be in this show, I want to be a traitor. Like, I want to make your life
would you want to
miserable.
be a traitor or a faithful? I'm like, a traitor, duh.
I'm like, is that even a question?
It's not. I was like, for season 1,
like, Antonio, do you even know me?
I feel like season 1's strategy and like gameplay is a lot better than it is in season 2.
I would agree. Did you know, like, on Twitter, everyone's talking about how, like, oh, we all knew Parvati and Dan were traitors the whole time. I'm like,
yeah. I'm like, did you? Because you're not acting on it. It's all about.
I think Janelle did. Because Janelle's like.
I think what annoys me about season 1 is Rachel knew Cody was from day 1. Time.
Right.
So.
First off, Cody never should have been a traitor.
I hate him.
Yes.
Almost as much as I hate Nicole Franzel. And if she literally, someone posted on Twitter, like, where someone said, would you ever go on Traitors? And bitch, if she's ever on that show, I will not watch it because I hate her. Until she's voted off, I will not watch that show. I hate her.
Yo, her stands swear. I hate her
more than Taylor Swift, so.
Her stands swear she would dominate that show. And I'm just like, no way. She would cry. Mm-hmm. Cry so much. The boohoo tears. Like I'm a traitor. I'm a traitor. No, shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. My big question. We went to dinner last night with friends who watched the Traitors as well.
Oh, good.
The question I asked them, I said, and I'm all season. I'm like, do they actually stay in the mansion or are they in a hotel?
I think they're in the mansion.
Do you think that? I think they stay in a hotel.
Google it.
That information is not. That is a good question. Hit them up on the tweeters. Because I'm like, that castle is so old. You're gonna hear a door creak and open. Like if you're Phaedra's roommate sleeping next to her, you're gonna hear her door creak open when unless there's secret passageways in those rooms.
I mean, I don't doubt it. Let's look. Does the Traitors cast stay in a hotel or the castle? Alan, who's Alan? This is
Alan
UK.
Cumming, the host.
Oh, this is the UK. It says they all stayed in the airport hotel in the Inverness Airport. How glamorous! You come to Scotland and you stay in the Inverness Airport Hotel.
Here we go. Do the Traitors sleep in the castle?
They don't get paid an appearance fee, but they get £100 a day.
Somebody said none of us stayed in the castle. So
yeah,
they stayed at the airport. So
yeah.
It's all an illusion.
That's stupid. That's so dumb.
It's also dumb they don't get paid their appearance fee.
That's crazy. I thought that they did.
I'd be like, if I'm going to waste my time and not win this show...
I'm going to stay in this damn castle.
Right, one, I would stay in this castle.
I'm going to get my fee.
That's why I don't like to watch, read about not spoilers, but production spoilers of shows like Survivor. I know all the background information of stuff of Survivor that it's a real show, and anybody who says Survivor is not real,
if they're hungry.
Anybody says they stay in hotels and it's not real, shut the hell up. It is real, but they're also not walking from their camp to a middle of the island. Yeah,
3 miles away.
They're not swimming from the challenge back to the island. They're on a boat or a bus. I'm like, so it takes away part of the illusion, but it's still the best show out there.
It is a good show. You're going to be on it one day.
I hope so. Even if it's just for 2 weeks, I'll at least lose some weight. Come on.
There you go. Then you won't be in that that window that's scary of diabetes. Like me.
Hey, listen, Ozempics, sponsor us. Remember, we shouted you out a few weeks ago. Shouting you out again. Jenna needs Ozempics, apparently.
Ozempic. Instead of O'Reilly.
It is what it is. We don't really want Ozempics. Diabetes is bad. I got diabetes.
Were you doing it like that cat? Diabetes.
Yes. Oh, it's just. Oh my god. What was that? No. What did Randy put in there?
And where?
It said Randy put something in the podcast thing. Maybe not. It was weird. It just popped up. Anyways, hey, shout out to Randy, our editor, the man in
Randy's
the background.
Best because he does things that I can't do.
If y'all don't watch the YouTube episodes, Randy does all that nonsense.
Yeah.
So
I'm not a YouTuber.
Send a special shout out to Randy in your dreams and your well wishes. Subscribe, and review because of Randy.
Subscribe, comment, share. Actually, listen to our podcast if you're our friend.
Yeah, because we know a lot of you mother truckers were so hyped for this when we announced it.
It is showing on YouTube. I will give you guys that.
It is showing on YouTube.
Thanks, YouTube listeners and watchers.
We love you, YouTube. Send us a golden play button.
Like the videos, comment on them, share them, subscribe
to our YouTube channel.
Our new handle on everything is @NoseyBitchesPod. So it's easy to find. I still think we should be
@DirtyBitches24.
Let it go.
Dirty Bitches is not happening.
Quit trying to make Dirty Bitches 24 happen. It's not going to
It's
happen.
not gonna happen.
Okay,
Oh.
what did we cover?
So we covered the Traitors, the Trust,
The Trust,
Vanderpump Rules,
Gypsy Rose, brother, you
Gypsy
know what?
Rose, JT, and the
JT,
Nipples,
Stanley Led,
Made in Bonterre,
Wendy Williams,
Wendy Williams, because she's broke.
broke as a joke. Girl Scout cookies one more time. That was it. It was a good episode, guys.
It was. We do have some sad news though. We won't be
was
we
a
won't
lot
be
to
on
beat.
next week.
Because we didn't say that. We didn't cover we didn't really cover that.
The Super Bowl?
Like, is Taylor gonna make it in time?
Oh, Taylor's gonna make it. She's gonna leave her Tokyo show at 11 p.m. It's a 13-hour flight, 17-hour difference, I think. She flies private. If she flies out at 11 o'clock Saturday night, she'll get into town at around like 11 a.m. Sunday, just in time for her to get a shower, get some snacks, and go
look
to the
like
Super Bowl.
Napoleon Dynamite to go to the Super Bowl.
And get on stage with Usher. It's Usher, baby.
She's been asked to do the Super Bowl so many times.
Well, and now it makes more sense now that she's in love.
Ugh, I'll have to turn it off for a minute. Oh, we talked about Punxsutawney Phil.
You mean Pennsatucky?
Pennsatucky Pill.
Pennsatucky Pill with the nasty teeth. But people, so since we're not on next week, you're gonna have to do us the duty and continue liking, watching, and listening. You can't forget about us just because we don't post for 1 week.
Right. Don't forget.
Don't forget it. Otherwise, we're gonna come for you, bad boys, bad boys.
What you gonna do?
If you don't listen, we're gonna come for you.
What you gonna do when Jenna and Bob come for you?
Oh, it'd be like we'll be like 21 Jump Street, but like 27 Jump Street. That's
finger
gonna be
popping
us.
each other's assholes.
Doing desk pops. Desk pop. I almost watched 21 Jump Street last night.
It's it's funny.
It is. I've been going through like a catalog of old school movies that I haven't watched in forever.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, this morning, watch Small Soldiers. What up, 1999?
That was a good one.
I'm like, what a wild movie.
Do you remember Baby Geniuses?
Ooh. Yes. Do you remember Baby's Day Out?
Yep.
That was another good one. I owned that one. I think I need to watch that one.
Yeah.
Watch Doug's first movie last week.
Movie. How'd it go?
Oh my god, it was just as bad as ever. Doug funny, gay. Patty Mayonnaise is a lesbian, 100%.
That's what you think after watching it?
Yeah, it was so bad. But I'll probably watch it again in 10 years. So
okay.
But, my favorite old school movie, Drumline. It gets a lot of heat, but I love Drumline.
Why does it get heat? I didn't know that.
Because it's not good, but it's so good.
Oh.
It's Nick Cannon. People don't think he makes a good movie.
Well, he was in Love Don't Cost a Thing, too.
That was bad.
It was bad.
But I do love Wild and Out.
Maybe they're onto something. But yes.
Other than that,
subscribe, share, comment.
Tell everybody you know. Everybody I talk to says they tell everybody and they know about the pod. But it's not showing.
What's happening then?
You know us nosy bitches got our magnifying glasses inspecting everything. We know.
I love when my friends tell me they listened and they liked it.
Listen, everybody I talk to loves you. They say, "Oh my god, Jenna is so funny. She makes me laugh so much." I'm like, what am I chopped liver? And they're like, "We know you, but it's Jenna.
My friends
She's
love
so
you.
funny."
I think it's the opposite for me. Like, my friends love you too. So it's because they're being introduced to our other half.
You are my heterosexual life mate that I will never marry. Exactly. We'll just always be tied to each other, like Jay and Silent Bob.
There we go. It is what it is.
It is what it is, people. Listen, watch. She's like, yeah, she's like herpes. It just keeps coming back.
You would know.
Never had herpes, people. Just chlamydia.
Stop. You don't need to tell people that.
It's public knowledge now. It's all over the internet.
Who can we get to sponsor us for that?
Penicillin.
Okay, so we will not see you next Tuesday. We will see you.
We will not see you next
Tuesday. When
That's
we
right.
have the Super Bowl results.
So that is, what's that date? So the 20th. Well, no, the 13th. No, the 20th.
Yes, the 20th.
So we'll see you the 20th, folks. Don't forget about us. Like, subscribe, share, comment, post, review us. Too. Leave us questions. Tell us stuff you want us to talk about because, it's not easy in these streets.
We do have an email they could email.
NoseyBitchesPod@gmail. No, it's NoseyBitches24@gmail.com.
I think it's NoseyB24.
NoseyB24, yeah, because Google doesn't accept bad language. You know what? We're actually going to make this a child-friendly podcast now. There will be no longer any cussing.
NoseyBees.com.
Nosey Bees. We are the Nosey Bees. And if we cuss, tip jar.
You'll put a lot more in there than I will.
If they only knew the real Jenna. You know what? Before we go, I did tell my oldest sister, who is a teacher, I said, will you give your students extra credit if they listen to the pod and leave comments and reviews? She never said anything back to it.
We need to let
It's college. So I'll actually see my oldest sister in a couple of weeks when Robert and I go on vacation. She needs to
advertise for us.
So listen up, Megan. When I see you in a few weeks, we're going to have this discussion about how you need to tell your students that if they listen and leave reviews, they can get some extra credit.
There we go. Kind of like back in the day, if we brought in a box of tissues, 10 extra points.
Or box tops.
Nice United States public education, depending on box tops.
Box tops are still a thing.
So we will not see you next Tuesday. We will see you the following Tuesday on February 20th.
That's right. Stay nosy, bitches.
2 weeks. Stay nosy.
Later, losers.